passe en gros chemin. Hey, bonjour!
Bonjour.
And as we say in my country, Joyeux Noël! That means Merry Christmas! Now please come in a little. We are friends, are we not? I do not bite.
You want you to move closer. Zena,
Come.
I want you to move forward.
Très bien. Now, you know who I am, yes? I am le Père Noël, Father Christmas. I am the good spirit of this season. It's a joy for me to see all of you in such good spirits. Now, I have a question for you. Have any of you, your petit enfant, have you ever written a letter to my friend Santa Claus at the North Pole? You big people, you can admit this too. Well, in France, if a child writes a letter to me, Père Noël, and puts a return address on the envelope, the French government pays the postage on my reply. Not bad, eh? I get so many letters. I would like to share with you one of my favorites. It comes to me from a lovely little girl named Babette, who lives with her old Uncle Louis and her brother Francois on a farm near Le Beau in the mountains of Provence. A letter, it will give you a bit of the flavor of the holiday season in France. Écoutez, listen. Dear Père Noël, even though my brother Francois says Christmas is for babies, I look forward to La Vie du Petit Jésus and a visit from you. Of course she does. The watch night, Christmas Eve, The watch night. The watch night is a magical evening when my family and I sit in front of the fire, sipping hot cider, and Uncle Louis tells the story of the birth of the baby Jesus. She goes on to say that her brother teases her about this. Oh, the Francois. He does not believe in Christmas. He does not believe in Père Noël. But for me, nothing surpasses the magic of the watch night, or the fragile beauty of a child's face on Christmas morning. Alors, with Christmas still several days away, Uncle Louis secretly decorated the tree, and Francois helped Babette to set up the crèche. You know this word? The nativity scene. One of the most important symbols of Christmas to the French, even though it was invented by an Italian. St. Francis of Assisi. He's okay too. Now, you know the figures that go into the crèche, yes? Mary and Joseph, the wise men, the little drummer boy, huh? Where Babette come from in Provence, the statues one makes for the nativity also include people from your village. The baker, the priest, little figures made out of clay called santons. That means little saints. And Babette's wish for Christmas last year was that she would get yet another santon to put into the nativity scene, as if it too was going to worship the baby Jesus. It's a nice custom, huh? Last year, Babette was finally old enough to go to midnight mass with Uncle Louis. Oh, it was very beautiful. As Uncle Louis carried a newborn lamb to the priest to symbolize the Lamb of God, and then put it into a little cart for Babette to pull around the church for everyone to see, with shepherds playing flutes and drums. Then, after the mass, they go home for le réveillon, the big supper. Who likes to eat at Christmas time, huh? Who likes to eat all the time, huh? The French are no different. Last year, for the Réveillon, Babette, she had roast goose, pâté, les fromages. Oh, les fromages. It sounds very fancy, no? It means cheese. And for dessert, they had bûche de Noël, a cake shaped like a Yule log. Even Francois likes that one, don't you think? Then Babette took the little Santon of the baby Jesus and put it into the crèche. Et enfin, the last she does before she goes to bed is to set out her shoes for me to fill with treats and goodies. Last year, Babette was a little devil-ish. This is the shoe I find near the fireplace with her name on it. If this is Babette's shoe, she's a grand-pied, eh? Big foot. The next morning, Christmas Day, Babette, she jumps out of bed, she rubs her eyes, she wakes her old Francois to go with her to see what I have put under the tree. The Francois, he takes his time. He does not believe in Christmas. He does not believe in Père Noël, remember? But when the children go to the tree, they discover an amazing thing. Not one, but 3 Santons. 2 more even than my little friend had wished. Only one is carved to look like her Uncle Louis. Another looks just like her brother, Doubting Francois. And another looks just like sweet little Babette herself. She finished her last one. So you can see, I think Christmas is a very magical day. All I wish is a Christmas tree, Santon, and you, Père Noël. Love, Babette. It's very sweet, no? And that, mes amis, that is a small taste of a French Christmas, seen through the eyes of a delightful little child. A sneaky one, but a delightful one nonetheless, huh? And do you know, I have just received a letter from, can you guess who from? Oui, Monsieur Francois! He emailed me this morning. I think he believes in the Père Noël just a little bit too, huh? And what of you? Do you believe in Père Noël?
Yeah.
Do you believe in Christmas?
Yeah.
Then say with me, Merry Christmas, in the language of my country. It is Joyeux Noël. 1, 2, 3. Joyeux Noël. Très bien. Merci. Musical Père Noël's ears. A joyeux Noël et bonne année. Merry Christmas and good New Year, everyone. Ah, merci. Ils sont tous très gentils. Merci. Kate, oui, quelques minutes pour les photographes. Ah bien, oui, avec few moments.
This might mean when I say Buon Natale. Happy holidays, yes? It's Merry Christmas, yes? When we say Buon Natale, we are wishing you Merry Christmas, yes? I have a story for you today, yes? My name is La Befana, and I am a witch. But I am a very good witch, see? My name La Befana means gift giver. Yes, I am the gift giver in my country, in Italia. So, if you have been very, very good, I bring toys and goodies and sweets, yes? Now, in America, I know that you have a different gift giver, no? Is that right? Who is that? Is it Santa? Santa Claus? See, well, I must tell you something. I have been bringing gifts down the chimneys of the Bambini a long time before old Saint Nick was even a twinkle in his mama's eye. Huh? Now, your Santa Claus, what does he fly up on? What is he on?
A sleigh.
Is he on a sleigh? Yes, with the reindeer. Oh, a sleigh and magic reindeer. Poor old La Befana does not have a sleigh. So, what do you suppose Befana flies on, huh? What do you think? Do you think the broom? Yes, on the broomstick. See, because I am a witch. Ah! 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 Did I scare you? No. Oh, poor Befana. She really is not very scary. It's more like when we get the socks or the underwear for Christmas, yes? Ah. Now, Santa Claus. When does Santa Claus come to visit you? Does he come on the Christmas, yes? Christmas Eve, see? Do you know when La Befana comes to visit you? What do you think? On Christmas? I would love to visit you on Christmas to see your house all decorated, but I wait a little while after the Christmas, and in January, I visit you on a very special night called the Eve of the Epiphany. And would you like to know why? Ah, good. Everybody say to me, oh, why, La Befana? I am so glad you asked me. I tell you now, this is my story. Once upon a time, more than 2,000 years ago, I am living in a lonely little cottage at the edge of a great highway, and many caravans of camels pass me all the time. Now, one day, I am sweeping in front of my little cottage, and a group of strange men comes up to me. To me, La Befana. And they are so exotic, you know. Oh, they are from a very far away place, and they look so very rich. Oh, they are all dressed like kings and everything, and they speak to little old me. Well, you can imagine how they are talking, huh? They have funny words. They are words La Befana does not know. But the men are so excited. Oh, they point this way and that way. And the one word they say that I remember, they say Bethlehem. Have you heard that? Yes, it is very good to know the Bethlehem after all the stories. But way, way back then, I do not know what the Bethlehem is. But the men talk to me with their hands. Ah, this La Befana understands. And they say to me that the big star up in the sky, it is there to tell them that a great king has been born in the Bethlehem, and they are following his star. Now I understand. See, La Befana has seen the star. It is why the sky is so bright these last few nights. And I was beginning to be a little bit irritated with it because, you know, it was keeping me awake at night. But I was so excited, yes, caught up in their story to find the young king that the strangers asked me to go with them. Oh, and for a moment, I am filled with such a longing to follow the star. And then I think to myself, what? Oh, La Befana, you're pazzo. You're crazy. Camels, stars, strange men in the middle of the night. That is never a good idea. Okay? So, I say to these men, no. No, I am sorry, but La Befana, she cannot come with you. So the strangers go to the Bethlehem without me. But I stand outside in the night for a while, and I look up at the star, and I wonder if... And just a few days later, a young shepherd comes running into my village. He says to me, "Hey, La Befana, how come you're not going to the Bethlehem? Everybody is talking about the baby king that was born in a poor little stable. But Befana, everybody is saying he is the Son of God." And just then, the sky opened up with such a beautiful light. Oh, La Befana cannot even look. It is as if the star of the little king burst open into glory. And then the sound. Oh, the sound of angels singing. So many, many angels. It was like nothing I had ever heard before. And I know I must go to the Bethlehem. So I run into my little cottage to find a gift to bring to the special bambino. Well, I had seen all the fancy gifts from the kings, and I do not want to be empty-handed, huh? So I look, and I search, but all that I can find is just a little old doll. I make her from scrap of wool. But she's better than nothing, huh? Oh, I am so excited. I will go to the Bethlehem. I will see this young king. And I run outside to follow the star. And it is gone. The beautiful star is gone. La Befana waited too long. And now I cannot find the Christ child. So, for 2,000 years, I am searching for the Jesu Bambino, for the Christ child. And on the eve of the Epiphany, that is the day that the wise men come to Bethlehem, I climb down into the chimneys and I look into the faces of the children. And I think to myself, what if it is you? What if you are the Christ child? And you know, when they are sleeping, you think it could be so, huh? And then, just in case, I have looked into the face of the Jesu Bambino himself. I leave a little gift. So, maybe you are thinking, oh my, what, La Befana, this is a very sad story, no? No, not so, really. You see, in my country, in Italia, Christmas time is a time of great joy and celebration. It is a time for us to gather our family together, see? The grandmothers and the grandfathers and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins. And we all cook. And we eat and laugh and tell each other stories, and all the bambini, they get to play with the presents that I bring. And together we sing and we dance. Oh, it is molto bella. See? You understand what I speak of, yes? So, I leave you today with how we say in Italia. We say Pasqua con chi vuoi, Natale con i tuoi. And this means Easter, yes? Easter you celebrate with whomever you choose. But Christmas always is with your own. And with that, I wish to you, Buon Natale is how we say Merry Christmas. You try that for me, Buon Natale? Ah, very, very good. Say, I thank you for spending some of your special day with me, and I wish for you much joy. See? Gracias. Buon Natale.
Love. All right. All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Sigrid, and I am very excited today to tell you about Christmases in Norway. In fact, here's a little bit of a Christmas carol sung by children of all ages. The mouse song, Musavisa. When nights are getting longer and lakes will freeze to ice, Mother Mouse warns strongly about a foul device. We must avoid the mouse trap, but there is not to fear. We'll all be celebrating at Christmas time this year. Hejsan och hoppsan och fallerallera, om julekvällen där ska alla samma vara glad. Hejsan och hoppsan och fallerallera, om julekvällen där ska alla samma vara glad. Father Mouse says that it's time to take a nap. Just dream of the Yuletide and not that awful trap. While Father Mouse is keeping watch, the children try to sleep. They hum some Christmas carols instead of counting sheep. Hey dee and hoo doo and toodle-la-la-loo. A Merry Christmas season is good for me and you. Hejsan och hoppsan och fallerallera, om julekvällen där ska alla samma vara glad. God jul!
Hejsan och hoppsan och fallerallera, om julekvällen
Someone
där
sounds very
ska alla
excited
vara
to
glad. Hejsan och hoppsan
This
och
song is over
fallerallera.
Good. I mean, God jul! Yes, this is the way we sing Merry Christmas in my country.
God jul!
Now, all across Norway, the holidays are family time. But exactly how you celebrate the holidays depends on whether you live in a big, fancy city, or like me, on one of our wonderful Norwegian farms. In the city, families might spend time together going to concerts, or festivals, or church services or parties. And like many of you, they are visited by Santa Claus. But on our farms, many families like mine still celebrate the tradition of the Christmas Nisa. There are two. There's Julenissen, who visits our home on Christmas Eve to bring the children gifts, and the other is Fusnissen, who lives in the haylofts of our barns. It is said that this Nisa, this barn Santa, is one of many wonderful yet strange little elves who are the guardians of our farm animals and welfare. And it is said that especially at Christmas time, families must treat this Nisa, this barn Santa, with respect. For if we do not, he has been known to cause a bit of mischief in one way or another. But while I've lived on a farm my whole life, in all my Christmases, I have never seen him. So all the talk of this barn Santa is neither here nor there, for we all know these mischief makers do not exist, except in stories and fairy tales. So all the talk of this barn Santa is neither here nor there, for we all know these mischief makers do not exist.
Unless they do exist and are therefore very clever and mischievous indeed.
Now, it is said that this barn Santa is a very old and odd-looking little gnome.
Well, that's not true. Careful, Sigrid. I've got my eye on you.
What was that, ma'am? Nothing? Well, where was I? Funny, I seem to have lost my train of thought.
Allow me to take advantage of Sigrid's dramatic pause here to properly introduce myself. I am the legendary Barn Santa! Oh, that was very nice. Right on cue. So, I don't exist, huh? Well, you all see me, don't you? Yeah. Yes, okay. Oh, well, let's hear you all say a nice God jul! Very nice. It would be a God jul, but every Christmas has been the same. Sigrid here doesn't see me because she doesn't believe that I exist, even when I do this. Boop! She still doesn't see me. Say, you all wouldn't mind if I take the liberty to use a little mischief and magic to help Sigrid with her story? Who knows? Maybe this time she just might believe.
Oh my! Well now, Christmas in Norway is my favorite time of year. There are festive decorations like those over there, and the smell of holiday cookies fills the air in preparation for the big day. But here's the best part. In Norway, we have a 3-day celebration.
That's right. We celebrate with a party. Oh, see, we like to party. We like to party. We like to.
Yay! Our biggest celebration day is Christmas Eve. In the middle of the day,
Party.
about 12 o'clock or so, everything closes up early. The bells ring in the chapel. The bells ring in the chapel, and everyone returns home to their families. Hello. Hello. Thank you. What's your name? What is it? Chayu? Skylar. Thank you. You could throw your voice. You're very good. Skylar, how did you, never mind, Skylar. Okay, let's see. Now, the farmer may go back on the farm. The farmer may go out to the barn to give his animals a holiday treat. An extra big helping of the finest oats and barley.
Friends, imagine it's Christmas Eve. Heidi and hoodoo and toodle-la-da-do. The farmers bring the goodies for the animals. Go, you. He says, eat up, little piggies. And Sigrid, what sound do the hungry Norwegian piggies make?
Nuff, nuff.
Do it again.
Nuff, nuff.
Well, how about this? From Skylar over here, you'll all be my hungry Norwegian piggies, okay? So let's hear you all say nice, nuff, nuff. Oh, you can do it louder than that. Even louder than that. Okay, that's enough. Oh, and Sigrid, what sound do the hungry Norwegian cows make?
Ma.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, everybody else, you're my hungry Norwegian cows, okay? So let's hear you all say nice, ma. Oh yeah, I heard a whole herd of you there. Now where are my piggies? And the cows? And the piggies? And the cows? And the piggies and the cows? You know what? We'll keep making so much noise, and Sigrid will think it's the farm on Christmas Eve. Okay, piggies and cows, let me hear it really loud. Keep it going.
Oh, yes. The farm animals are very hungry and noisy. So you can stop, thank you. Skylar, you're so good. You're very sweet. Can you say lump of coal? Good job.
Don't worry, the coal never bothered me anyway.
Back on the farm, yes, the farmer does give the animal treats, but the kids, they don't forget about the barn Santa on Christmas Eve. They leave him treats too.
That's right, they leave me treats too. A nice big bowl of rice porridge with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar and a nice little pat of butter right on the top. Yeah, all right. Well, maybe it doesn't sound like such a treat to all of you. But believe me, when the kiddies leave me a nice steaming bowl of porridge in the hayloft, it just warms me right up on a cold winter's night. And it's high in fiber, too.
You'll never guess what the barn Santa likes to eat. Come on, try to guess. No, yes. A bowl of rice porridge and a stein of ale. So, now, back to Christmas Eve, when every Norwegian family begins their celebration. It's lights out, and the entire house is illuminated by only the soft glow of candlelight. After a big feast, the entire family gets all excited, especially the kids, because they know the Christmas tree is in the next room. And then, the moment they've all been waiting for.
This is the best part! The parents finally say to the kids, okay, kids, let's go into the next room. And that's a great idea. Hey, Skylar, come here. Will you sit down right here? There you go. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, you're a natural. Have you done this before? Yeah, you sat down before? That makes a lot of sense. That's good. Okay, they open up the door, right? There's a Christmas tree. It's all decorated. There's presents underneath for everyone. Skylar, I bet you would like a present, wouldn't you? You'd like a present? Yeah? You want a bale of hay? There's one right there. No, you don't want a bale of hay. I know exactly what you want. Oh, yeah. Now, wait a minute. Have you been good this whole year? You have? Well, that ends right now. Ring this as hard as you can. There you go.
Hi, Skylar. Thank you so much. You can go back to your people now. Give him some applause.
Yeah!
Hey, Skylar. Let it go. Let it go. So, the rest of the night is spent exchanging Christmas gifts and singing Christmas carols around the Christmas tree until very late at night, and that's all on Christmas Eve. But even though the kids open up their presents on Christmas Eve, they still wake up early on Christmas Day. Some people attend church services, but then the rest of the day is spent at home with the family. But we're not done yet, because in Norway, the day after Christmas, December 26th, is the second Christmas Day. Yay! That's the day for parties and visiting friends and ringing bells, and don't even think about it.
Oh, my. Well, kids, what to do? Sigrid's almost at the end of her story, and she's almost at the end of her wits, too. But she still doesn't see me. So, I need magical help from all of you. Yes, on the count of 3, I need you all to say a really big boop. Can you do that for me? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Now you know all about the holidays on Norway's farms. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble on the whole gnome thing, but he does not exist. He doesn't. It's you!
It's me!
It's him!
I'm him!
The Bard Santa!
Cool you! We did it, everyone! We made a believer out of the lovely Sigrid after all. I couldn't have done it without all of your help. So, I hereby dub you all honorary Christmas magic makers for the rest of the day. A bibbity, a bobbity, a... That's right! And Skylar, you did such a great job ringing that bell. And you all did such a great job being my lovely farm animals. So let's give Skylar and yourselves a great big round of applause now. That was very nice. Now I must be off to the hayloft to get ready for the big day. But before I go, kids, friends, remember to uphold the values of Christmas, be kind, spread joy and cheer, and be good to your barn Santa throughout the new year.
Now, here you go. Here you go. Turn around. Skylar, ring that bell.
Yes! Fool you!